Hey folks, it's Bronwyn here from Divine Inner Alchemy again, and welcome to week one of this month's meditation series, which is called Making Meditation a Healthy Habit. So, the reason I've chosen this theme for this month is one, it just follows on quite naturally from the theme of last month, which was meditation made easy. So, once you've decided to make meditation a part of your life, you want to know how to make it a healthy habit. Which brings me to the second part, the second reason, and the main reason why this is a theme that I've chosen for this month of January is because January is traditionally a month where, at the beginning of the month, we make New Year's resolutions, and perhaps one of your New Year's resolutions is to make meditation a part of your life, to begin a meditation practice. So there you go. Before we start, though, I do want to actually just acknowledge the folks at Skillful Mind. Peter Radcliffe is the founder, and I just want to acknowledge them because this is where I've got the idea for this theme. It's one of the themes that they have in their series of lessons that they do. And I did that back in 2017. I studied and trained and did their course in becoming a meditation leader. So that is where a lot of the inspiration, a lot of the knowledge, well, a lot of the information that I'm going to give you has come from there, from my learnings of that. So I just wanted to acknowledge that because that's important to me to acknowledge where information has come from. So, making meditation a healthy habit. So, if I were to say to you now, just name some habits, can you name some habits? What did you name? Were they healthy habits or were they unhealthy habits? Quite often we'll actually automatically go to the unhealthy ones, such as for me, it would be, an unhealthy habit is perhaps binge watching on television shows and staying up way past the time I really should go to bed, or my penchant for sweet food, sugary things, so which has come and gone over the years. But anyway, getting sidetracked. So a habit is actually something that we do consistently and regularly, and often it's something we do unconsciously, or it's something that we do without actually really thinking about it. Yeah, so sometimes it's unconscious. For instance, I'd just like to give you a little example of one of those habits that I used to have. So when my son was really little, he's like a fully grown adult now, but anyway, when he was young, like maybe around 3, I noticed him a couple of times going to the fridge and opening the door and just standing in front of the fridge going, um, um. And when I noticed it a few times, it was like, okay, that's weird. Where's he learnt that from? Like, why is he doing that? Where's he learnt that from? And it was baffling to me as to why he was doing that and where he learnt it from. And then it was that same day, or maybe even the next day, probably the same day, um, I noticed and I caught myself when I opened the fridge standing there going, And I was like, oh my God, I had one of those light bulb moments. It's me. It's me. That's where he's learnt this habit, this thing that he's doing, this behavior that he's doing from. And I had no idea. I had no conscious recognition of that particular habit that I had. So that's just an example of some of the habits that we have that are unconscious. So, and of course, some habits we have are conscious, like brushing our teeth, whatever habits we have, going to the gym, having a coffee first thing in the morning. Um, so yeah. So anyway, we want to make meditation a healthy habit because meditation is good for us, right? So that leads me into how do you make meditation and how do you make something a healthy habit? And in this case, meditation. So in order to make something a habit, it has to be something that you either one enjoy doing or two that you're getting a benefit from. So, like saying, go to the gym. You're going to the gym or you're starting a fitness regime because you want to become filthy fit and healthy. Sorry, I'm just laughing at my own stumbling across words there. So, and of course, when you go to the gym or you're starting a fitness practice, you're not going to see the benefits of it straight away, are you? Like you're not going to lose 10 kilos because you've been to the gym for one day. So meditation is a similar thing. So there are benefits to meditation, and you can have a look. There's many studies that show the different benefits of meditation now. And there are, I can speak from my own personal experience, there's definitely lots of beautiful, very healthy benefits for meditation. However, you do need to get into a regular habit of meditating before you'll actually start noticing those benefits. So that's why we want to build a habit. Anyway, enough about talking about habits. You're here. Hopefully, you're still here, and congratulations if you are, while I've been waffling. So today, this week one, I'm going to lead you through a meditation technique that I like. It was when I was meditating a lot, it was one of my favorite go-tos. So in previous the Meditation Made Easy series, I demonstrated and practiced with you. One week was the 7-point posture check, and then another week was the breath, and then another week was mantra. But for the sake of today, what we're going to do, the meditation technique today is going to take those two of those techniques, so the 7-point posture technique and the breathing, counting the breath technique, and we're going to combine them. So I'll just give you a little rundown of what we're going to do and then we'll get in and do it. So in the first round, I will give you a reminder of the 7-point posture check, of the different things that you're meant to be thinking about. So we'll do that on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, we are going to count. So with the 7-point posture check, which we'll just quickly run through, the 7 points are your feet and your legs. So your feet are flat on the floor and your legs are uncrossed. Preferably you're sitting in a chair. If you're flexible and you can sit in lotus position, then or half lotus position, by all means do that if that's what you want to do. But for the majority of us, flexibility is not to a point where we can sit in lotus or half lotus. So sit in a chair if that's you, rather than lie down, because lying down you tend to go to sleep. So sit in a chair. So feet are flat on the floor and your legs are uncrossed. That's number 1 point. The second point in our 7-point posture is our back and our spine. So you want your back and your spine to be nice and upright. You don't want to be stiff, but you do want your back and spine to be upright. You don't want to be slouched in a chair. So you may need to put a cushion behind you. As I've shown before in my other videos, I sit with this cushion behind me in my chair because that helps me to keep my back a little bit straighter. I find most chairs aren't very conducive to sitting with a very straight back. So comfortable in a chair, cushion behind you if you need it to support your back so that you can relax without having to hold yourself upright, and that tends to be stiff. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 in our 7-point posture check is our shoulders. So you want your shoulders to be down away from your ears, and just back slightly so you're opening up the chest and heart area. And apologies if you've already heard my videos and you know all of this. That might be a bit boring, but I'm doing this for people who may have just come across this video and haven't seen my other ones. And also if you have seen them, and it's a good reminder for you, it's good to kind of have that information keep going in to make it sit there. So point 3 was our shoulders. Point 4 is our arms and our hands. So your arms are just resting loosely by your sides, and your hands can either be cupped one inside the other, you know, like they do with Buddhist sit monks. Sit like that. You can't see that, but yeah, that's an upside down version. Or you can sit with your palms either placed face down on your legs or palm up on your legs, so the back of your hands just resting on your legs. Whatever's the most comfortable for you. Point 5 is our head and our neck. So again, we want to be upright. So I like to visualize a cord coming from the crown of my head, pulling me up. That helps to keep my head up, keep the back of the neck straight. Point 6 is our chin and mouth area. So your chin, if you tuck it slightly, like just down towards your chest, not big like this, but just slightly, that helps to keep the back of the neck straight. Your jaw is just nice and loose and relaxed. Your mouth is slightly open, and your tongue just rests on the back of your top teeth. And then point 7 is our eyes. So this refers to our physical eyes and also our third eye area, which is kind of located around here. So your eyes, I recommend you have them open slightly. So you just kind of half close them and you're looking at a point 45 degrees in front of you. But many people like to close their eyes in meditation. And if that's what you want to do, then do that. But I do recommend that you have your eyes slightly open, and you can go and have a look at my other video for the 7-point posture check as to why I recommend that. So there are 7 points. So like I said, in the first round, I'm going to just give you some reminders. So on the in-breath, I will just remind what the points are and what we're meant to be looking at for it. And on the out-breath, what I'm wanting you to do is to relax those points and relax the body. But at the same time, we're going to be counting that breath. Okay? So I'm going to do that for the first round. The second round, I'll just mention the points. I'm not going to tell you what I want you to remember about them. Just going to name them, and then saying relax, and then counting the breaths. And I'll do that for a few rounds, and then on the final, after that, I'll just give some space for you to do that by yourself. What else do I want to say? Now remember that your mind is going to wander. Okay, that's just what it's going to do. It's just a natural thing. Your mind is going to wander off on thoughts. It's your mind's job to think. Okay, so in the beginning, when we're getting used to this, the mind is going to wander. Okay. So if you notice that your mind has wandered off on different things, then firstly, congratulate yourself, right, for noticing, because that's a really beautiful indication of mindfulness. And then just gently bring yourself back to your what we're doing. So the posture check and the mount and the breathing. Yeah, no beating yourself up for wandering off on thoughts. Okay, all right, I feel like I've been waffling on for enough of that. Let's get into meditating. All right, just let me get my timer going here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take my glasses off. So just get nice and comfortable. Close your eyes or have them slightly open, and let's begin. So just firstly bringing your attention to your breath. Okay, just start to watch your breath as it comes in and out of your body. Remembering to slow your breath down. With each new breath, just slow it down a little bit. And with each new breath, just letting it go a little deeper into your body. So when you breathe, the first thing you want to move or to rise is your abdomen rather than your chest. And it's okay if your chest rises first, that's fine. Many of us breathe very shallowly. But what you want to try and do is to start to train your body into breathing deeply into your abdomen and like right down into the diaphragm, so that the abdomen rises first and then the chest rises next. Allowing the breath to bring you into a centered space. Allowing all of your thoughts to just fall away for these moments that you've taken to look after yourself, to develop yourself a meditation habit. And as I'm giving these guidance points, these instructions, I also want you just to go at your own pace with the breathing. Okay, everybody's pace of breathing is a little bit different. Some people's breaths are longer, other people's are shorter, so go at your own pace. Okay, so as you breathe in, bring your awareness to your feet and your legs. Your feet are uncrossed and flat on the floor. And as we breathe out, we're consciously relaxing that part of our body. And we're counting 1. Breathing in, bring your awareness to your back and your spine, nice and upright and straight. Breathing out, relaxing, releasing any tension you may have noticed in those areas, and counting 2. Breathing in, bringing your attention to your shoulders, allowing them to fall away from your ears and open back slightly. Releasing any tension on the out breath and counting 3. Breathing in, Bringing your attention to your arms and your hands. The arms are loose by your side. Hands are cupped in one inside the other or placed on your legs, palm up or palm down. As you breathe out, releasing any tension or just consciously relaxing that area of your body and counting 4. Breathing in, bringing your attention to your neck and your head, visualizing the cord pulling you up. Breathing out, relaxing and releasing that tension in that area and counting 5. Breathing in, bringing your attention to your chin, your jaw and your mouth. Chin is slightly tucked, jaw is loose, mouth slightly open, and tongue is resting on the back of your teeth. And then as you breathe out, relaxing that area, releasing any tension, and counting 6. Breathing in, bringing your attention to your eyes. They're either closed or slightly open, looking 45 degrees in front of you. Breathing out, releasing and relaxing 7. And so now we're going to go through that a little bit quicker. Breathing in, feet and legs, releasing, relaxing on the out breath, counting 1. Breathing in, back and spine. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 2. Breathing in, shoulders. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 3. Breathing in, arms and hands. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 4. Breathing in, neck and head. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 5. Breathing in, jaw, chin, mouth and tongue. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 6. Breathing in, eye and also your third eye area. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing, counting 7. Breathing in, feet and legs. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 1. Breathing in, back and spine. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 2. Breathing in, shoulders. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 3. Breathing in, arms and hands. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 4. Breathing in, neck and head. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 5. Breathing in, chin, jaw, mouth, tongue. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing 6. Breathing in, breathing out, releasing, relaxing 7. Breathing in, feet and legs. Breathing out 1. Breathing in, back and spine. Breathing out 2. Breathing in, shoulders. Breathing out 3. Breathing in, arms and hands. Breathing out 4. Breathing in, head and neck. Breathing out 5. Breathing in, chin, jaw, mouth, tongue. Breathing out 6. Breathing in, eyes, third eye area. Breathing out 7. Now it's your turn to do this by yourself in these moments of silence. Remembering if you find or notice that your mind has wandered away from your body and counting, then just gently bring it back and start again at the feet and legs and number one. Doesn't matter how many times this happens. The important thing is that you notice and you keep bringing yourself gently back to that object of meditation. And so on your next breath in, just letting go of the points of the posture and the counting, and starting to become aware of the room that you're in, becoming aware of your surroundings, continuing to be aware of your breath and your body, just preparing yourself to come back fully into this physical 3D world, feeling your body and your feet on the floor, being aware of your breath as it comes in and out of your body. You may like to wriggle your fingers or your toes or both. Roll your shoulders or just move your body in some way, perhaps a big stretch, just to really help bring you fully back into the body, fully present here on the earth. And when you're ready, if you've had your eyes closed, you can open them. Well done, everybody. You've just meditated for 12 minutes. So yay, congratulations. So I have to say, as for me, while I'm guiding that meditation, it's a little tricky. It feels a little clunky as I'm doing that. So I hope you've enjoyed it. When you're practicing it by yourself, you may find it a little easier because you don't have to listen to me. Guiding, you can just, as you breathe in, you just think about the 7 points of your posture, and as you're breathing out, you relax and count. Okay. Now, you may not like this meditation. You may prefer to do just simple counting. You may prefer to do just the meditation on the 7 points of the posture, and that's okay. We're all different. We all like different things, and one of the reasons why we give so many different meditation techniques is so that there's something for everybody, and you can find the one that you really resonate with the most and that you like doing the most, and that's the one you can stick with. Also, the other reason is just so that there's a bit of variety in doing it, because sometimes we get bored doing the same thing over and over again, right? And then when we're bored, we're less likely to do something. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you've liked it. If you're still here, then well done. Thank you. Congratulations. And I really appreciate that you've followed this all the way through. If you do like it, hit that like button, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, then, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel so you get notifications of when I post different videos. And if you're on Facebook, you can share it. That would really help me. Of course, it's just entirely up to you, the suggestions to make. Anyway, I look forward to doing another one for next week and continuing in the series of making meditation a healthy habit, where I'll talk a little bit more about habits and how we can help establish them in our lives. And I'll bring a different meditation technique as well. So, all right, bye for now.